Welcome back to the studio, everybody. Today we're diving deep into the world of Pakistani cinema, often called Lollywood. Yeah, Lollywood. Not Bollywood Lollywood. We're talking about a film industry with a rich history, tons of potential, and let's be honest, a whole lot of baggage, because we gotta ask the tough questions. Why isn't Lollywood a household name globally? Why haven't Pakistani films broken through in the same way that Bollywood or Korean cinema has? Get ready to unpack this, folks, because we're about to explore the key factors that have kept Lollywood from reaching its full potential on the world stage. Let's talk money, shall we? Because Lollywood has always struggled with a chronic case of the shorts. We're talking limited funding, hesitant investors, shoestring budgets, the works. It's tough to make cinematic magic when you're worried about whether you can afford enough film for the final scene, am I right? And this lack of consistent investment, it's like a domino effect impacting everything from production quality to special effects to even attracting top-tier talent. You need that dough to make it rain on screen, people. Picture this, you're a filmmaker in Pakistan with a killer script, ready to expose some hard truths. But wait, you've got to navigate a minefield of strict censorship laws and ever-shifting political landscapes. Suddenly, your hard-hitting social commentary is a family-friendly musical about farming. This is the reality for many in Lollywood, walking a tightrope between creative expression and censorship, all while trying to avoid stepping on any political toes. It's exhausting, it's restrictive, and it's definitely not good for artistic freedom. Remember the good old days of grabbing popcorn and catching a film on the big screen? Well, in Pakistan, the late 20th century saw a dramatic decline in cinema attendance. Think economic downturns, the rise of home entertainment, basically the Thanos snap of the Pakistani cinema experience. And this decline? It hit Lollywood hard. Fewer people in seats meant smaller box office returns, which, you guessed it, made it even harder to secure funding for new projects. It's a vicious cycle, my friends. Chapter 4. Living in the shadow of the giant. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the Bollywood superstar dancing on top of it. Look, Bollywood is a global phenomenon, with its elaborate song and dance numbers and larger-than-life stars. But this dominance has cast a long shadow over Lollywood. Pakistani audiences have grown accustomed to the Bollywood formula, making it even harder for local productions to compete for attention and market share. It's like trying to have your indie film premiere on the same night as the latest Avengers movie. Tough crowd, man. Chapter 5. Lost in translation. Imagine you've made a cinematic masterpiece, a film that deserves global recognition. But there's a catch. It's stuck in Pakistan, struggling to break free from the shackles of limited international distribution. This is the frustrating reality for many talented Lollywood filmmakers. Getting your film screened at international festivals, securing distribution deals in major markets, it's an uphill battle. And without that global reach, it's tough to gain the exposure and recognition Lollywood deserves. Chapter 6. Where are the stars? Hollywood has its A-listers, Bollywood its cons, but what about Lollywood? While Pakistan has its share of talented actors, the industry hasn't quite cultivated a star system that draws in crowds based on name recognition alone. This lack of a star-studded draw can make it harder to generate buzz for new films, attract investors, and even keep audiences engaged. It's like trying to sell a blockbuster action movie without, the blockbuster action hero. You can have the most incredible film in the world, but if nobody knows about it, does it even exist? That's the challenge Lollywood faces with its often weak marketing and branding strategies. From ineffective promotional campaigns to a lack of social media savvy, Lollywood often struggles to get its films on people's radar. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, except the haystack is the internet, and the needle is a poster with the release date in Comic Sans. Chapter 8. Digital Growing Pains. The film industry has gone digital, but Lollywood? Well, it's been slow to adapt, and this hesitation to embrace digital filmmaking techniques and online distribution platforms has left it lagging behind in a rapidly evolving landscape. Think about it. Streaming services are booming, but where are the Pakistani films? It's time for Lollywood to ditch the VHS tapes, embrace the power of the internet, and get with the digital program. Chapter 9. Breaking Free from the Formula. Love stories, action flicks, comedies, every film industry has its go-to genres. But Lollywood, it's been stuck in a bit of a rut, relying heavily on familiar formulas that, while comforting, don't always translate to global audiences. To truly break through, Lollywood needs to diversify its portfolio, explore new genres, and take risks. Sci-fi epics, historical dramas, psychological thrillers, the possibilities are endless. Chapter 10. A New Hope. Okay, before you think Lollywood is down for the count, hold up. Because amidst the challenges, there's a glimmer of hope. A new wave of filmmakers is emerging, pushing boundaries, experimenting with genres, and breathing fresh life into the industry. And then, there's the legend of Malajat, a game-changer that shattered box office records and proved that Pakistani cinema can captivate global audiences. It's a sign that Lollywood is evolving, adapting, and ready to reclaim its place on the world stage. So, there you have it. The triumphs, the struggles, the undeniable potential of Lollywood. It's clear that the industry faces its share of obstacles, from funding woes to censorship battles, to the ever-present shadow of Bollywood. But don't count Lollywood out just yet. With its new generation of filmmakers, its growing embrace of digital platforms, and its ability to tell stories that resonate with audiences worldwide, the future is looking brighter than ever. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the heart of Pakistani cinema. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.